Hi Aquarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for March 2013. It's about stuff, it's about basic stuff. Every year at this time the sun comes into that sector of your chart, of your solar chart, and except this year there's an awful lot more going on because there's an awful lot of planets there as well at the same time as the sun. So until the 20th, finances, property, a space, a venue, your health, well-being, your diet, exercise, any of these sorts of things, the money on the table, the roof over the head, the food on the table, I should have said really, the money in the pocket, all of these sorts of things will be on your mind, and you may be casting around for ways to organize things better. You may be having conversations with somebody about this, corresponding with somebody about this. There could be more paperwork connected to it at the moment as well. So, or it could be health matters, yours or another. It could be centered around that side of things, therapies, remedies, exercise, diet, medicines, anything like that. But it's around, it's kind of centered around your physical material support systems, whether they're external ones or in the body. And this is also an area to do with your talents, and so therefore it's time for you to make the best of your patch of earth, which is you yourself, Aquarius. But some of you would be looking into making the most of your patch of earth if you've got one, even if it's a plant pot. And that would be a good idea. So now we've got Venus in there as well until the 22nd. So really the Sun and Venus are holding hands with each other, and really Venus is helping in this area. In fact, it could even be that if you play your cards right, there could be good resources coming in your direction, whether that's in the form of money or helpers or things that just ease things materially. Venus there will just kind of ease the path between you and those sorts of helpful basic things or people or other elements anyway. And definitely as well, it sort of inclines me to think that you'd be more appreciative of what you have, or you could be more appreciative of what you have at the moment. And Venus is always helping us to feel the value of something, and so therefore the valuing what you have in any part of your life, really, just valuing that, realizing there is a value of that thing to you, that person to you, that animal, you know, piece, sort of little corner of nature, whatever it is, or knowledge, or it could be anything, and just appreciating that, and also probably you being more appreciated for what your contribution is, or what you can bring to the table, to you know, to give of yourself, or to give of whatever. And teamwork or a love relationship could revolve around any of these basic materialistic areas, and Venus is always going to help to balance and harmonize, so you can look forward to that, and you can look forward to a feel-good factor because Venus is in this area. And in fact, if you wanted to be a bit self-indulgent and do some retail therapy, this is absolutely the time to do it. But also, if you wanted to apply for funding in some way, or to improve things for yourself through handling the incomings and outgoings differently or whatever, Venus is going to help you to do that, because Venus is the balancer. And then the Sun moves on the 20th and goes into a very chatty, sociable area where you could be meeting and greeting more, where you're more in your head. You are an air sign anyway, so you're likely to be in your head a lot, and in the abstract or the theories, but also you like to have that kind of earthiness around you as well. So the sun moves into this very chatty, sociable area where communications are going to be highlighted more, comings and goings could be highlighted more, and negotiation type situations, maybe buying, selling, that kind of thing, or just you giving more mental energy, maybe physical energy to that area of communications and education, and gathering information and disseminating maybe information as well. Mercury is going to stay in the previous area where it's been since all through February and on until mid-April 2013. I just lost 10 years, great. And Mercury's in that area to do with basic stuff, property, money, possessions, you know, objects, and buying, selling, renting, leasing sort of situations. But the Sun will leave there, and Venus will leave there and go on into this very sociable, chatty, more sort of communicative area where you're out and about more, or you're out and about more in your mind anyway. And then Mars, now Mars has been through February and up until the 12th of March in that basic stuff area, and Mars is going to move out of there on the 12th, but Mars will have you putting more physical effort and decisiveness into getting things the way you want them to be on those basic material levels, or to do with health. So you're wanting to be actively initiating a regime, a program, a project, or just a different way of handling things, and also a more dynamic application of your talents and skills. So you could be wanting to get your hands on certain things, you might want to be ditching certain things, you might want to be protecting them, maintaining them, giving them the sort of something ongoing, some TLC. Just keep on putting the effort in there and being very practical and resourceful about making the most of what you have, but don't overreach or make snap decisions when Mars is in there up until the 12th, because Mars can be hasty and very impulsive, and you might do something that you regret. On the 23rd, 24th, when Mars has moved into this very sociable area, it's going into and joining the Sun and Venus. That's a time when there could be something unexpected happening. You could have a restless feeling within you, or maybe that restlessness will be manifesting as an event around you. But there's definitely kind of a jittery, sort of impulsive vibration going on around, so just steady as you go over those couple of days there. And then from the 12th, as I say, Mars goes into this very communicative sector about communications of all kinds, moving around more, getting out and about more, and making you feel maybe a little bit more competitive on the level of education or communications. There could be more paperwork on your plate there, on your table, and more, as I say, coming and going, but also you feeling clearer about something, you making a decision about something which maybe you weren't so certain about before, and maybe coming across in a more assertive way. In fact, watch that one too, because of Mars being very bold, and others thinking you're a bit over the top in your, you might come across as a bit bossy. What, you? Never. But, you know, sort of what I say is right sort of thing. So just be careful about that there. And you definitely will be wanting to speak up and express yourself in a more assertive way, though, with Mars from the 12th anyway in that area there. Mars is going to be there for about 6 weeks. So you'll be very much in this flow of information exchange when the Sun and Venus and Mars all move, and of course Mercury's going to stay, but they will move into there in mid-April. Now, every month I speak about the slow moving. Oh yes, now I just want to mention that on the 29th, 30th and 31st there's going to be a series of little fleeting aspects which may they can work in lots of ways, but there can be a little bit of a power struggle going on there, or a little bit of a striving to get control. It could get control over your feelings maybe, or somebody around you, that something might occur which kind of changes things in a relationship, whatever kind of relationship that is. It could change things, so things are actually, the goalposts get moved, and then there's a little bit of a sort of a disorientation, just blimp or blip, yeah. And then things start moving forwards again. As I say, it's very fleeting, but worth a mention. Now, every month they speak about slower moving planets, and this month I'll give you which part of the sign they will be affecting the most. You've got Jupiter in a very, very good angle to your sun sign, Aquarius, in this long transit from June 2012 to June 2013, helping you expand in a positive way, and you being appreciated more for your abilities, maybe your creativity, or just who you are, and somebody else could very much be sending admiring glances your way, and this is a very spontaneous, playful energy. You could be having more time for leisure type activities or hobbies, or getting into environments which you really enjoy, with people doing things you really enjoy, and you may grow through any of these areas, and also through contact maybe with young people, children or animals, and just having more access to just having the chance to do the sorts of things that really make you feel good, but learning and growing through those things as well. And you Aquarians born 27th of January to the 2nd of February, or with 7 to 13 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. Saturn is has got about 2 years to go in a very long transit of Scorpio at the top of your solar chart. It's a very important transit for you, this one. It's going to make a series of dynamic aspects across to your Aquarius sun or planets, and it will help you to redefine, through maybe some quite hard work and jumping through a few hoops, but redefine and maybe rethink your place in the world. It could be your physical place, but it also could be your image, the role that you play, and you'll be giving more effort, putting more effort, and slowly cultivating whoever may help you to go in the direction that you now feel is correct for you. So you could be restructuring your outer world, but also in the process your domestic setup may be affected. And if you're old enough, you can look back 28, 29 years, around about 29 years, and then you'll see the last time that Saturn was in this part, 29, 30 years, was in this part of your solar chart, and you can get the gist of what happened then and what happened next. And it can be quite an eye-opener. And you Aquarians born between the 28th of January and the 2nd of February, with 9 to 13 degrees rising, are going to feel this energy the most this month. Uranus, your ruling planet, is now in Aries in a good angle to your sun sign, meaning that slowly the way that you perceive the world, and maybe other cultures, other languages, is changing. Maybe you're learning a lot of stuff that you didn't know before, and some of it is really a bit unusual, unconventional. You didn't have a clue. So everyday matters could have something of an edge to them, especially when this planet is near your sun or one of your other planets. So, and also certain knowledge could be quite a revelation. Also, you yourself could be putting out knowledge which is a revelation to others. Also, it's more likely that you are aware of a collective of, like, those who have a common mental interest or an intellectual interest in common. And also you care about the opinions of that collective. You care about what that collective is saying, but also saying about what your opinion is as well. So if you're disseminating information, you care what the collective is thinking about it. And when I say collective, I can, you know, that can be any group, from just a small room full of people or planet wide. So, but yes, you could be getting interested in studying weird subjects like astrology or ufology, or just something in techno, or something in the sciences. You Aquarians born between the 26th and 30th of January, or with 6 to 10 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. Your encounters could be with people that you're not used to hanging out with, you see, but also your impact on them will be something that maybe they carry with them, because it is very, very unique in some way. Now, Neptune is in the sign after yours, Pisces, and that means that very slowly over this incredibly long transit, goes on well on into the 2020s, Neptune will be changing your perceptions, changing the way you see the world around you. And if you can put yourself out in some way to help somebody in need, you're on a practical, very practical level, then you're probably more likely to do it with Neptune here. Also, though, you may be hanging on to something that you consider to be worthwhile, that you hold in high esteem or you value greatly, which you're not thinking clearly enough about, maybe. So it can work in lots of ways, because it can be revolving around a monetary situation as well. So just it would be wise not to overlook things, or to allow foggy thinking to come into this area here. And you Aquarians born between the 22nd and the 25th of January, or with 2 to 5 degrees rising, are going to feel this energy the most this month. Pluto is in the sign before yours, and regenerating you very slowly from the background, from very deep levels of yourself, letting go of the past, letting go of the old you, the old way of being, and clearing the decks, really, because this is a very subtle gear shifting that's going on. An old order is clearing away, and there's a new, you're reinventing your world now from deep within yourself, and deep within your feelings about what it's all about, really. And you Aquarians born 29th of January to the 1st of February, or with 9 to 12 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. That's it for March. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, it can help to listen to those. And also, if you have emailed me, apologies for keeping you waiting. There's been a lot going on for a lot of people this year, or rather over the last 12-18 months, and I'm trying to get back into the groove with emails and requests for readings just now, but there's only me doing it, you see. So I do have quite a lot of emails every day, so I really do appreciate them, and I just ask you to be patient for a little while longer, and I will get back to you. So that's it for now. I'll see you the next time.